Top 10 of the Craziest Guinness World Records. Brought to you by Healthy RN Ways. Discover some of the craziest Guinness World Records that people hold. T believe the length some folk go to become noticed. Guinness World Records, known from its inception in 1955 until 1999 as the Guinness Book of Records, as a reference book published annually, listing world records both of human achievements and the extremes of the natural world. The brainchild of Sir Hugh Beaver, the book was co-founded by twin brothers Norris and Ross McWhirter in Fleet Street, London, in August 1954. As of the 2021 edition, it is now in its 66th year of publication, published in 100 countries and 23 languages, and maintains over 53,000 records in its database. The international franchise has extended beyond print to include television series and museums. The organization employs record adjudicators to verify the authenticity of the setting and breaking of records. 1. Record for most Big Macs eaten in a lifetime. Meet Donald Gorski. He currently holds the world record for consuming the most McDonald's Big Macs in one's lifetime. He is proud to have eaten more than 29,000 Big Macs. He claims that these fast food burgers make up 90% of his daily food intake. Donald Gorski actually appeared in Super Size Me as a so-called Big Mac expert. Approximately 90% of my solid diet is probably Big Macs. It's obviously difficult to definitively prove his claim isn't a steaming ray crock of crap. It seems like an odd thing to lie about, let alone lie about with pride. He eats about 2 Big Macs every single day. So deep is his love for the sandwich that he supposedly drove through a blizzard to get one, only to find that the McDonald's was closed. 2. Record for Stretchiest Skin. Garry Turner was able to win this record because he has a rare medical condition called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome that allows him to stretch his skin further than most people. Garry's record was achieved when he stretched the skin of his stomach to a crazy 6.25 inches. Reed Richards' Eat Your Heart Out. Garry Turner is a sideshow performer. He stretched the skin on his abdomen to a total length of 6.25 inches, earning him the record. He performed in the short film He Took His Skin Off for Me. He was also a member of the Circus of Horrors in 2005. When he was born, his midwife only mentioned that he had loose skin. That was the only clue of his condition. 3. Record for most piercings. Meet Elaine Davidson. She won the world record for having a total of 4,225 piercings. Can you imagine the pain she has gone through for all those holes pierced in her body? Elaine Davidson is the most pierced woman, according to the Guinness World Records. When examined by a Guinness World Record official in May 2000, Davidson had 462 piercings, with 192 in her face alone. By August 2001, when she was re-examined, she was found to have 720 piercings. Performing at the Edinburgh Festival in 2005, The Guardian reported that she now had 3,950 body piercings. As of 2003, she had more piercings in her genitalia than in any other part of the body, 500 in all, externally and internally. The total weight of her internal piercings is estimated to be about 3 kilograms. She was born in Baronsfield, Brazil, and is a former nurse. She now resides in Edinburgh, Scotland. On 8 June 2011, Davidson married Douglas Watson. At the time of her wedding, news reports claimed her total number of piercings was 6,925. The couple later divorced in 2012. 4. Record for holding up a table by your teeth and running. Georges Crisson is the current holder for this bizarre record. He managed to run 38 feet and 8 inches while carrying a 26-pound table by his teeth. But that's not all, there was also a 110-pound woman sitting on it. If you think that is impressive, then you be even more amazed to learn that George actually holds 23 Guinness World Records. He owns the title for being the fastest person to inflate a hot water bottle using just lung power. He also holds the record for tearing up phone books, train towing and plane pulling. What a guy. 5. Record for passing the longest metal coil through the nose and out of the mouth. Andre Stanton is a show performer in Las Vegas and his specialty is passing metal coils through his nose and out of his mouth. He broke the world record when he passed 11 feet of coil through his nose and mouth. 6. Record for longest fingernails on a woman. American woman Lee Redmond managed to grow her fingernails to a crazy 2 feet and 11 inches long. It took her 30 years to grow her nails to this length. Lee Redmond started growing her nails in late 1978 to early 1979, and although she had originally planned to have them cut off on November 2006, as she said on her guest appearances on a couple of talk shows, she chose to keep her nails after all. In the past few years, she made appearances on CBS News and at the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum. One of her last appearances was at a fundraiser for the Salt Lake City Fire Department. We at Guinness World Records (GWR) often ask our record holders, guests and colleagues which records they remember reading about during their first experiences of our book, and time and again we get the answer longest fingernails, a title that has now become almost synonymous with us. 7. Record for growing longest mustache. Ram Singh Chauhan is the current record holder for having the longest mustache in the world. It is measured at 14 feet long. The longest mustache measures 4.29 meters, 14 feet, and belongs to Ram Singh Chauhan, India. It was measured on the set of the Italian TV show, Lo Show dei Record, in Rome, Italy, on the 4th of March 2010. 8. Record for having the largest collection of garden gnomes. Ann Atkin has been collecting garden gnomes and pixies all her life and has built up a grand collection of 2,042 gnomes and pixies, making her the biggest collector in the world. Since the turn of the 21st century, large collections have been one of the quickest growing categories at Guinness World Records. The gnome devotee goes on to break her own record, and at the last count, her collection stands at 2,042. All of her garden ornaments live in a 1.6-hectare, 4-acre beechwood gnome reserve that is visited by 25,000 people every year. 9. Record for having the largest collection of Star Wars memorabilia in the galaxy. Steve Sansweet has an estimated 300,000 Star Wars memorabilia items in his collection, but he has put it to good use by opening up a Star Wars museum with his hoard. Stephen J. Sansweet, born June 14, 1945, is the chairman and president of Rancho Obi-Wan, a nonprofit museum that houses the world's largest collection of Star Wars memorabilia. Prior to his retirement in April 2011, he was director of content management and head of fan relations at Lucasfilm Limited for 15 years, and remains fan relations advisor for the company. 2. He is author or co-author of 18 books, 16 of them about Star Wars. After Sansweet relocated to Northern California to be closer to his new office at Skywalker Ranch, he bought a former chicken ranch and refurbished its barns to house his collection. The property was renamed Rancho Obi-Wan. In September 2013, his collection of an estimated 300,000 items was recognized by the Guinness Book of Records as being the largest of its kind in the world. 10. Record for most hairiest family. Meet Victor Gomez, Gabriel Gomez, Luisa Aceves, and Jesus Aceves. Together they hold the record for being the hairiest family in the world. Victor, Larry, Gomez, Gabriel, Danny, Ramos Gomez, Luisa Lilia de Lira Aceves, and Jesus Manuel Fajardo Aceves, all Mexico, are 4 of a family of 19 that span 5 generations, all suffering from the rare condition called congenital generalized hypertrichosis, characterized by excessive facial and torso hair. The women are covered with a light to medium coat of hair, while the men of the family have thick hair on approximately 98% of their body apart from their hands and feet. All members of the family assisted scientists with the analysis of the gene responsible for CGH, and as a result, significant evidence was found for linkage with several markers from the long arm of the X chromosome. Bonus record, longest tongue on a dog. This little pooch is called Puggy and she has the longest tongue ever seen on a dog. It /SA crazy 4.5-inch long. Do you know any other world record? Put your comment below. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you on my next video. Ma salama.